Hello, Miss Adams. This is my writing portfolio for the end of semester 1, and I will be reviewing my edits to the Lord of the Flies comparative essay and the edits of my Macbeth short response 1 and short response 2 quizzes. And here I'll start with my Lord of the Flies comparative essay. So these are the original copies of my How to Read Lit and Lord of the Flies comparative essay. I'm sorry for the way the video has the essays panned into it. That's the only way the app would work. So here are the edits I made onto this essay. In my first edit, I removed my hook sentence and replaced it with the sentence that followed it because it was repetitive. I changed the phrase to fleeing because it was a better word choice. I changed the next phrase because it didn't make grammatical sense. I removed the sentence because it did not correlate to the prompt. I removed the semicolon and added a period because it wasn't used correctly. This is my last edit of the introduction paragraph, and I made it because it was a better word choice than there are. And onto my second paragraph, I changed the words brings out the to exposes for a better choice of words. I then removed the following sentence because it did not align with my thesis statement. I then made these phrase adjustments to make my sentences more clear and on topic to my thesis statement. I started a new sentence to make this more grammatically correct. I changed the word because I thought it fit better. I changed this phrase to add more emphasis that it wasn't just Jack leaving the boys. I made the first two edits to show who the subjects were and what they were doing. I made the next edit to be more formal and more straightforward. And in the next edit, I rearranged the words to be more clear. And to follow those edits, I corrected the citations of the quote. I then added a new citation for a new quote and removed a few sentences and phrases that were straying off topic and that were repetitive. And for the start of my final body paragraph, I changed a few words that would make my essay less repetitive and more fluent throughout, and I also changed the tenses of a couple of words that were in past tense that needed to be in present tense. Good Lord, this part is so messy, but in the last part of my body paragraphs, I aligned some of my analysis with my thesis, and I replaced some of the words that were repeated too much, and I also changed the tenses of some other words. Now this is the concluding paragraph of this essay, and all I did is change a few words and phrases to expand the vocabulary. These are my original copies of the Macbeth short response 1 and short response 2 that we did as quizzes. In my first edit, I just changed had to present tense. And in the following edit, I used different words that sounded better. I changed the phrases I used to blend my quote, and I also changed the analysis following my quote, and I also added a citation. Here I changed made and led to present tense because it was in the past tense. In my final two sentences, I rearranged and replaced a few of the words to make it sound better. And to start my Macbeth short response 2, I made my first two edits to be more specific about what my topic is about. Then I changed my first sentence of analysis to elaborate deeper beyond my quote. And to conclude my paragraph, I made more edits to be more specific and straightforward about my topic. I added this comma because it is a dependent clause that leads into an independent clause. The sentence starts as an independent clause and ends with a dependent clause, which is why the comma is there. The two commas are there because they are surrounding a phrase that is unnecessary, but it provides additional information. The comma above is used here before a conjunction which starts another independent clause. The word I misspelled is guaranteed, and synonyms for that word are definite, confirmed, and concrete. I misspelled descendant, and synonyms are relative, successor, and progeny. I misspelled cast, and synonyms are summoned, assigned, and given. My writing changed drastically from the start of the semester, as I usually used a lot of summary and irrelevant analysis, and when I began to focus on important analysis, it showed in my essay, as it made my essays flow better from beginning to end. I think I just used so much summary because I actually thought it was analysis, but now I know that analysis is just what the author intends the reader to interpret the book as, and for the reader to make connections with the book in text and out of text. I hope I can use and learn new writing techniques like the different ways of blending quotes, using summary only when needed, taking words from my quote or my topic sentence to help stay on topic throughout my paragraphs. I hope I can use those to help, master my skill in literature. And finally, thank you, Miss Adams, for teaching me this semester, and I hope you have a good holiday break.